Hello everyone, welcome to Learn and Fun with Krish. Today we are going to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. A 3x3 Rubik's Cube has 6 faces. Each face contains of 4 corner pieces, 4 edge pieces and a center piece. Center piece only has a color. Edge pieces have 2 colors. And corner pieces have 3 colors. Now let's start scrambling the cube. The cube is scrambled now. Now we have to take all the edges. I prefer white to start with. So we have to take all the white edges to the opposite side of white. Suppose this blue is here. I use a F prime move and an R move and then move it and back to R. Now this is in the top. And for this edge piece I use an R move. And for this edge piece I move the upper layer once for any side and move it L prime, and now I find the last white edge. So make sure you don't kick out any of these white edges. So now we have all the white edges on the white's opposite side. Now match the edge pieces with their centers and then bring them down to white. Suppose this blue is already matched, so let's bring it down by F2. Now match this yellow one and bring it down by F2. And this green one F2, and this red one is already in place F2. Now we have finished our cross. Now we have to put these corner pieces in their right place. This is green, orange and white. Green, orange and white goes here. So bring it right over it and use R prime, U prime until it's in its place. Now we have one in its place. This should go here. So use R prime, U prime. And this is in place too. And this should go down here. And this is already in place but not flipped rightly. So use that algorithm to flip it rightly. And now it is flipped rightly. Now we have done our first layer. Now we are doing our second layer. So we need a orange and green edge piece. That's already right here. So match the front color with their respective center and then use this algorithm because this goes right to the right side. U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. And now the red and green also goes to the right. So use that algorithm again. Now this edge piece goes to the left. So we use U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And this is in place. Now we have the last case. You have an edge but in the right place, but it's flipped wrongly. So take another edge from the top layer and put it in its place. And now we have it in our top layer. And now we put it in the right. So follow the algorithm to the right. U prime R prime, U prime F prime, U F. And now our second layer is done. Now we have to solve the yellow cross. The first case is that you have none of the yellow pieces oriented. So there is only the center and the yellow pieces are not facing up. So we use this algorithm. F R U R prime U prime F prime F wide R U R prime U prime F wide prime. And now your plus is solved. Now we have a line case. So put the line horizontally and do this algorithm. F R U R prime U prime F prime. Now you have your yellow plus solved. Now we have a L case. So use this algorithm. F wide R U R prime U prime F wide prime, and now we have the dot. F R U F F wide R U F wide. Now we have our whole plus solved. This is a fish case where you have an edge piece oriented, so and 3 edge pieces that are not oriented. So we have to orient these corners. Put the oriented corner in the left front and use this algorithm. R U R prime U R U 2 R prime. Now you have solved your yellow face. This is a flipped fish case where you keep the oriented corner in your right back side, and we use this algorithm. R U 2 R prime U prime R U prime and R prime. You have solved your yellow face. This is a hazard light case where you have none of the corners oriented, but 2 in the front face and 2 in the back face. So you use this algorithm. R U 2 R prime U prime R U R prime U prime R U prime R prime. And now you have solved your yellow face. This is a backlight case where you have 2 corner pieces on your left side and 1 on your back and 1 in your front. We use this algorithm. R, U2, R2, U prime, R2, U prime, R2, U2, R. You have finished your yellow face. This is a headlight case where you have two corners oriented, so keep them back, and two corners unoriented, that they are front. So use this algorithm R2 D R prime U2 R D prime R prime U2 R prime. You have your yellow face solved. This is a double fish case where you have two corners oriented properly and two corners unoriented. So keep a corner on your right back and one on your left front, and use this algorithm. R prime F R B prime R prime F prime R and B. So you have your yellow face solved again. This is an indicator case. So we have two corners oriented properly and two corners unoriented. Keep one on the back and keep one on the front. And now use this algorithm. L white prime U prime L U R U prime R right prime F, and you have your yellow face solved. Now we have to permutate these corners. You will have at least two corners permutated rightly and two corners unpermutated. So I have two corners oppositely and two corners unpermutated oppositely. So I use this algorithm R prime F R prime P2 R F prime R prime B2 and R2. That brings me to two oriented permutated corners and two unpermutated corners. Two on the back and the unpermutated on the front. Use the same algorithm again. R prime F R prime B2 R F prime R prime B2 and R2. And now all the corners are permutated. Now we have to permutate these edges. So I use an algorithm that is F2 U prime R prime L F2 L prime R U prime and F2. Now that solves a edge and other three are unsolved. Use the same algorithm again. F2, U prime, R prime, L, F2, L prime, R, U prime and F2. And that solves the whole cube. And thank you for watching this video. See you soon. Bye.